how do you view Trump and Netanyahu's recent call on Iran? Was this timing strategic in your own opinion?
Good evening, Hala, and thank you for having me with you. Actually, what Trump proposed, and he's trying to stuck in peace with Iran. I think this is some or a point of disagreement between Trump and Netanyahu. Since the early beginning of discussing such Iranian deal, etc., I think there was a wide gap and widening gap between the two. Netanyahu insisting of a military strike against Iran and still insisting for that from time to time. Israel and Netanyahu mentioned some plans for such strikes, and it seems that Trump refused totally that, at least in the short run, and he's trying to give time to peace and to reach some deal with Iran. And he is obviously insisting of that because you know that he didn't got some success in Ukrainian issue, in Gaza as well. So I think for him it will be very needed to reach some deal with Iran, and I think it will be, at least for the short run, it will be a point or an issue for disagreement between the two.
Dr. Mohammed, as Washington awaits Tehran's response, what key elements might Iran's promised logical counter-proposal contain, given, of course, its insistence on uranium enrichment?
Greetings to you at the outset. Iran is trying as much as possible to maintain its ability to enrich uranium, as per to the international community, does not criminalize any activity of uranium enrichment inside any state, or to agree with the United States on a certain percentage of enrichment on its own soil. Iran is trying as much as possible to reach an agreement with the United States to maintain the uranium enrichment, even with the lower percentages compared to the 2015 agreement. So Iran is trying to maintain this right, because they have the National Day on the April 9th to celebrate nuclear Day, Technologies Day, and there are some trends, and the Iranian leaders stressed that this is about the Iranian sovereignty, and that's why Iran is trying to maintain the complete right of the uranium enrichment.
Dr. Nourhan, you said that Netanyahu is trying to push Trump to a war on Iran. And now, speaking of this, when asked about the recent call with Netanyahu, Trump added that he described it as it went very well. To what extent are the two leaders truly aligned on avoiding military action against Iran?
I think Netanyahu is still insisting for that, because you may know that his political career connected directly with what is going on. I mean, as soon as the war in general, both in Gaza, maybe also with Iran, that tension will get over, he will be out of office. So he's trying to not to calm escalations of wars and tensions, but vice versa. He's trying to escalating the tension and getting more and more fronts for wars. Because Gaza may be calm today or tomorrow or whenever, but Iran would still continue. So that will guarantee him to be or to continue in office. I think that is completely different from Trump trying to do, because he is a little bit far from such a strategic and political mind, and he's trying to judge and develop some economic ties with all countries, even with China, by the way. He's
Mhm.
trying to make pressures to get some gains. The same with Iran. And I think he realized that pressures or sanctions on Iran will be useless, will not working as the expected in Washington. So he's trying to have a different approach, have some success to maintain Nobel Prize for peace for him, and to enhance some good some good perception for Trump and his administration in the Middle East, and also to, by a way or another, to calm Arab Gulf countries' fears about Iran. So there are many push factors different totally from that of Netanyahu. So I think they have two completely different stance, at least in the short run.
Mhm.
Nobody knows what will happen later on in negotiation. Maybe if he failed to get some gains from Iran, maybe he would change his stance, and this is normal, or it is not. It's okay for Trump to change his position, to change his stance. No problem for him.
Exactly. It happened before many times. Dr. Mohammed, Iran has criticized the U.S. proposal as lacking elements from previous negotiations. So, what specific concessions would Tehran require to seriously consider a deal?
The negotiations always have concessions. When Iran talked about concessions, they requested the United States very clearly to lift the sanctions partly and completely. And on the other hand, they compromised and accepted the enrichment to lower the enrichment percentage and just suggested selling the enriched uranium to Russia or China and to go back to the 2015 agreement or maintain the Iranian ability to enrich by 2% to 3%. These were the negotiation terms sent to the United States, and it's likely to be discussed in the next round of negotiations.